Access control is essential in any enterprise deployment. In this block, we'll review and practice setting access rights on individual workflows and workflow groups. While users and groups can only be added using the web management interface, unless LDAP authentication is configured, workflow permissions can only be managed through the desktop client. To adjust permissions on the workflow group level, right-click on a folder and select Permissions. Let's talk about the owner first. When you upload a flow, copy a workflow, save a workflow job, an executed flow, or create a new workflow group, you are assigned to the new item as owner. When a new server item is created, you can set the permissions, how you want this item to be available to other users. Later on, only the owner can change permissions on an item. Be mindful when changing the owner name. While you can type in anything, make sure the corresponding user exists. Permissions on an item are by default inherited from the ancestors. When you change them, you have the option to only apply changes to the workflow group or workflow, or have the changes propagate downstream as well. For the latter, make sure the respective checkbox is selected. You can only change group rights once inheritance is disabled. It is essential here as well to type in the right group names when setting permissions. Now that we've covered access control settings, please follow this exercise to test your skills. As the user KNIME admin, create a folder called Test. Make sure it is writable by test group. Log in as test user and upload any workflow from local to the test folder on the KNIME server. Check detailed permissions for this workflow and remove write permissions for a test user.